shakes, friend of mine. Even if your voice shakes, push forward, it's up to you. See it through. Remember, they don't win when they tackle you in the streets. They win when you stop taking the streets. Woo! And you stop organizing, you stop talking, you stop planning. That's when they win. And it's days like this when something clicks, when you're confused, tired, and scared of shit. But your body's alive with that heartfelt drive, and you engage the problem right before your eyes. When you could have ran, but you stayed and sat. When you were beaten and gassed, and you still came back. That feeling of power that you got deep down rises to the top. When you get beat down, there's a world to win. When your heart is strong and it doesn't do wrongs to focus on. Every day brings a vision to strive for, something to live and die for. When you go back home and you're on your own, it's easy to feel like you're all alone. But it's through memory and hope that we stay supported, cause we can't quit now. We can't afford it, hold the line. Even if your voice shakes, friend of mine. Even if your voice shakes, push forward, it's up to you. See it through.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Hold on, we don't want to block the walkway. Hold on. This huge barricade.
It's a high traffic area.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna do one more song. Because the pizza reminded me of a song. It's very important. So, I was in the Occupy Capitol building in Wisconsin at the end of February 2011. And I'm outside and this guy is walking up the steps with the biggest pile of pizza you've ever seen. Maybe not, maybe you've seen more pizza than that. I don't know, we can talk later. But a huge stack of pizza. Who bought all this pizza? Does anybody know who bought this pizza? People from all over the world bought this pizza through Twitter and Facebook from this place called Ian's Pizza. It somehow got out online that you could order a pizza through the internet from Ian's Pizza. They would deliver it to the people occupying the Capitol building. So Ian's Pizza had a list that included all 50 states and over 30 or 40 countries that were buying pizza. Folks in Egypt were buying pizza, folks in Tunisia were buying pizza, folks in Iraq were buying pizza for people occupying a building in Wisconsin, in the United States. And that's pretty amazing, right? And this is February 2011. People were feeling it, and people in Egypt were saying, we care so much about what you're doing in Wisconsin that we're buying you pizza while we're getting killed by your government's money. And there's something amazing about that. So this is a song I wrote for the folks in Wisconsin, especially since they just lost the recall election. And a lot of friends of mine out there some were feeling defeated, and others were saying, well, we never should have gone through the Democratic Party to try to make mass social change anyways. Even though they were allies in that fight, they shouldn't have been become the strategy. And so a lot of them were left after the occupation ended thinking, what did we do? What does it matter? And like I was saying earlier, I wrote the song to say, it totally mattered because you changed a lot of people in this country, and you helped create the context from which Occupy exploded. And perhaps Occupy's main achievement will be that it set the context for some future thing that we can't even comprehend yet, hopefully. So, this is a song. I wrote this in Barcelona because the stories from the indignados in Barcelona were so similar to the stories of Wisconsin that you would have thought they were organized by the same people. But they knew very little of each other. In fact, Wisconsin happened 3 months before the indignados, so they knew nothing of them. How much can people take before they break? Sometimes they fall upon you, these things you try to make. And in those moments you push, but in the end sometimes you don't think that you did much. I saw a couple thousand people build a home here in the shadow of the greed of the governor. And like a water that rose, your ideas flowed, and they made their way to the square. And they brought 100,000 people there. And hey, Wisconsin, you captured my heart. You gave me hope the way you fought. You sparked something and you opened the door, cause you took that moment and you made it yours. Y'all tried to get up in the Capitol here, didn't you, back then, right? In March?
Yeah.
Right on. We were paying attention. Well, it was so important what you did. You gave us all something that we needed. And looking from here, and that might take years before we realize its full importance. How it inspired its participants, how it danced outside of politics, how it altered public consciousness, how it built a future movement, how it gave us all some guidance, how it broke a spell of silence. And hey, Wisconsin, you captured my heart and gave me hope the way you fought. You sparked something and you opened the door, cause you took that moment and you made it yours. Took that moment and you made it yours. You know, the revolution in Tunisia, if you ask a lot of Tunisians about it, they'll tell you it started in this region in western Tunisia called Gafsa in 2008 when these miners went on strike. The government repressed them and all these students mobilized on their behalf. And the internet activists mobilized on their behalf. And that's where the Tunisian revolution started for a lot of these folks. And none of them knew at the time how important it would be to support the striking miners of Gafsa. So just remember that when we have our own striking miners of Gafsa in our midst, you know. And Trayvon Martin. Cause every revolution has a context, and social change is a process. I saw the sun rise to melt the snow, to clear the land for more life to grow. And it's spring now. Well, it's spring now. Well, it's spring now. And hey, Wisconsin, you captured my heart. It gave me hope the way you fought. You sparked something and you opened the door, cause you took that moment and you made it yours. Took that moment and you made it yours. You took that moment and you made it ours. And it's spring now. Okay, thanks y'all for having me here and doing what you're doing.